Oh, the bots broke. All day, every day, Francois. Just Sal. What's up, man? How was your New Year? The man, Stephen Musket. Chappie. Candle specs online. Coil Daddy in the house. Sal says, just stop by real quick to show some support love. Just got home from a heck of a day, chilling with the kids. Thanks, man. And we're back. Man. First day back. Felt like I toured the state. Everyone in my family seems to be sick with some super flu. Respect the chat, that's my dude. Chat, that you oiled 10 Foxwalkers? I understand what's happening. Then you redid your office. Now it's midnight. Spectre. Time is relative. Spect in here fixing time, not just bots. We'll be rolling out some tabletop tits content in January, hopefully. Or pick me with the resub. I feel like something's glitching over here. Wyatt, what's up, brother? Did I close one of these windows or something? Oh yeah, I did. We get some love in chat from my man Wyatt. Wyatt did some painting today. How did it feel?
Let's do it!
Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up on the literal best of all days, coming to you live from that Beats Lab. We're doing it again. Nor dog, Happy New Year, homie. Wyatt back in the Beats Lab. Dark Horse, War Pigment. How was everyone's break, if they had one? My lady's on her way home. She stayed late today. She had a meeting. Wyatt says the new shirt is dope. We rolled out a few designs. for the fall gear promo. Moving into 2026. Dark Horse was great. Spent time with the kids and the family. Go boy in chat. Arrow. Says Happy New Year's, everyone. Who that? The Huff. What's up, player? Waldo's. Francois is not bad. Over on YouTube, of course. New year, new you. That's what they say. Stephen Musket. Our break was great. Most of my eyeballs and Death Guard. You gotta buy Morty next. Go boy, my aunt loved it. She bought like a little glass dome for him. And then she wanted to know like some lore so she could put it on a little plaque for him. Bro, this playlist is whack, dude. Let me switch it up. There we go. Your boy, yeah, in collaboration with David Wyatt, been working on these shirts. Did she name them? I don't think so. But yeah, break was good. It was an absolute pig and shit since we went off the air. What day did we go off the air? The 23rd? Oh, yeah. I was an absolute pig of shit. Like, I drank 150 beers. Played 1 million minutes of video games. Maybe 1 billion. I used that timer's relative trick that Spec talked about. I just kept setting back the clock. Oh, my lady just pulled into the driveway. Yeah. Who you'd argue with Einstein? I think he invented time. Or something. Maybe like a watchmaker. Alright, give me 2 minutes, guys. Let me go give my lady a kiss. This is her second day back at work. I'll be right back. Also, I need some water. I just realized I haven't drank water in 2 weeks. All day, every day. We back. Everything's fine. The mystery of the missing Amazon box was solved. I drank a glass of water. I did pretty good for 2 weeks. 2 weeks Miller Lite. Counts as water. Dark Horse. It was in the garage. The missing Amazon package. So, pretty solid little break. I meant to come back on the air on Friday. I don't know what was happening. Oh yeah, I was playing Path of Exile 2 and I was being an absolute pig of shit. I was just like, I don't want to fucking get up. I went hard on PoE 2 over the last little bit with the new season, Nordog. You get the new character. Waldos counts as, or it literally is. I mean, it literally is made of water. Scientifically speaking, beer's water. Pretty sure Einstein would agree with me. Father of time. Oh, let me check this message. Oh, your arrow. Arnold, you in chat? Got a new student today. We go way back. Let me tell my brother you're in chat. Actually, my brother's texting me too. Just told him that you signed up. Go way back. Oh, shit. You want to hear some crazy shit, too? Hold on. Spect, are you still here? Bro, Arnold, this new guy in chat, Arrow, whatever, he made a stupid username. Probably Arnold something something Jr. Him and his brother used to play at our game store. Arnold. Spect is the guy at our game store, dude. Arnold was the older brother. Definitely the cooler of the two. I think he had like that sexy Grey Knight army he had commissioned or something like that. If my memory is serving me correct, this is so many years ago, guys. Remember, me and Spec just have a game store back on Quail Rouge Drive, way down there in Homestead. It was dope for like a year. Oh, you had a Death Company army. That's right. You had that army of death. Your brother had the Grey Knights, or you guys just like had armies between you two? I remember your army of death. That busted ass like supplement that we had for a brief period of time, right? Yeah, tell your bro I said that. Yeah, no, it was some wild games. I remember you guys, when you guys played, it was just as heated as when me and like Hod played. Oh yeah, I remember you running. You just were running any kind of run or rush you could out of that army. I remember. We had a wild time in the old days. That's the wild days. So Spect, me and Spect mostly lost touch for years. You know, a few like we hang out every couple of years, like in Colorado, and then in California we met up, and then I'm in Florida now again, and he helped me design, or when I say help me, he designed us a cool bot. We have an app that'll be coming out soon for painting your models. So like we kind of like came back together after all those years. Arnold back down in Miami. I was gone for like 19 and a half years, dude. When I got in the truck that day and drove off to Colorado, I didn't come back for almost 20 years. And now I just moved back in 2023. And married a Latina last year. And now I have business in Miami at least once a year. David's still down there. My brother. David was like, "What about Gabe?" I'm trying to see if I can get David in Twitch. Up in Seattle. Wild man. Seeing that David's bitch ass will get up in here. Oh, you guys were all back for the holidays. I bet that was sick. Old school. So it's wild, right? So I was getting ready to, how's everyone's holidays? Arnold has been MIA for years, and now we're talking again. But he's coming into this Twitch community today for the first time. Oh, what is my lady saying? Oh, my lady. My lady's watching too. I'm up by Orlando, Arnold. Spec says, I'd open a store again under the right conditions, circumstances. Yeah, dude. 100%. Has to be the right capital, the right, like, it has to be like a gym. So, holidays were sick. I was up at my parents' house in Inverness. We were down in Miami and then Pembroke Pines. And then, of course, we finished it off with Cuban New Year's at my wife's sister's house, which is, as you guys know, my favorite thing. Fucking absolute blast. Got obliterated. Then immediately drove home the next day. Spect, I love it because remember how like our old game store was Ultimate Gaming Source? People would come in and be like, "You guys got poker chips?" And we'd be like, "What do you think we are? Some kind of like source of your ultimate gaming needs? We only sell minis, dog. We're gonna be tabletop tints. You guys do tints here? What do you guys think? We only do tabletop miniatures. Fucking fool." Nothing changes. People come in. You guys sell Monopoly here? What does it look like? Some kind of ultimate gaming source? Yeah, that's literally why we picked the name. It's like, yeah, we're gonna get a lot of street traffic, and then we'll have like 5 minutes to sell somebody on a mini game. So, Nordog I got on the Path of Exile 2 train all during break. It's wild. And my lady's first orientation for her college course was today. So, you know, a lot of movement in the last 48 hours here in the house. But the big promo today is, as you guys know, I was working with David, collaboration on new designs. So we've got a new suite of shirts for fall gear. Everything else is gone. You've got this new Next Level Painting Nirvana album cover. I think this is the Faithful Heretic Xenos parody of like the Muppets, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. We've got we did keep the Bohemian Rhapsody Blood Angels, the Orkman Skeletor. Now this new one is dope. I really think it's sick. Exclamation point fall gear for the link so you can see bigger pictures. Craft World, Dark Side of the Webway. And I kept the Don't Get It Twisted design in there as well. So we've got 6 designs for fall gear. I lowered the price threshold. That's the new heat. Spect, yeah, Arnold just got on Discord 15 minutes ago. I'm gonna show you guys. We're about to start this. So if you guys go to the link, we've got a big splash design. So when people win, they'll be able to pick from A, B, C, D, E, F. But I think these are pretty sick designs. Shout out to David for the collab on these. Dod Jameson, I think I just sent you a shirt. And some stickers. Oh yeah, I did a bunch of fall gear today. Yeah, these shirts slap. I love this Craft World one. For your daughter, Dar Jameson. And we got the Keeping It Twisted in there for the psychopaths. So we're going to get the workstation set up. Luckily, Eileen cleaned my Beats Lab workstation. Oh, what the fuck this is. Oh, I forgot to set the camera up. Forgot to do all my lighting. All it takes is 2 weeks. So forget how to do stuff.
And his name is John C.
There we go. Stephen Musket.
Say less. I want another shirt. Sign up for the painting classes, you bump. Happy May Year's.
Shout out to Stephen Musket. Sign up for the painting classes, you bums. Making some hype in chat for my dude right there. Stephen Musket, you legend. Oh. That Pink Floyd shirt is hot, right? God, Jameson. I'm locking into the obesity cradle. Okay, so where we left off is we got this armor looking sick. We started working on the sword. When we did the sword, we did a little dry brushing on this whip. And then we started working this sword in. And then we're almost ready to move off of the torso. Mio, man, how you doing, brother? So let's see if we can get back to our color palette. Francois over on YouTube says, I posted my Phantom leg on Christmas, by the way. Think I might need to reshoot it before the lighting is a bit off. Oh shit, I gotta go check that out. Remind me in the whip. You take a look at it. So I think the color we were using on these swords, if I'm not mistaken, is just Wizard's Butt. Whatever this version of Wizard's Butt is. Yeah, I want to see that preposterous Phantom project. Now, I believe we used the white blue. And Arnold, these are the paints we use now. Exclamation point monument. The best. Throw a little white down in case we need it. I think I use black. Be transparent black. Move this. Arnold, you already bought some? Liking them already? Good. Guilty in the chat. What's up, man? Some black. Transparent black. Okay. These armrests. Here we go. So we left off on this blade right here. We just did our little heart pulls. Could be a little better. Just get a little water out on the palette. A product I really enjoy. Some Noosh. Which anyone who's new here, this is like just an acrylic medium, but it's got properties that allow it to reactivate. So you see, we got our tri-blend, right? Dark, bright, dark, and then our plane shift, bright, dark, bright. I feel like I can blur it a little bit right there. So if these are the paints I use, which I believe they are, let's just eyeball something that makes sense. Little the highlight with the base mid-tone. I'm just trying to eyeball something that kind of sits in between the highlight and the shadow. Trying to lower the opacity with a little moisture. I think if I just walk it right here. Grab a little bit more of the wizard's butt, less of the highlight. Reappraise back. More wizard's butt, less highlight, low opacity. You see, I'm trying to blur that. And we're using the tip of our brush and pulling back to our heart. The old heart pull. Signature brush control strategy that we teach in our course. Using small heart pulls right there. Now this is kind of a problem area up here. This is not great. You see, it's good about right here, and then it stops being good. Gets really cloudy. So let's go back to this mid highlight. Just lay down a stronger base. Semi-opaque and a little wet. I'm gonna put it down wet on purpose. Kind of like a puddle. Just spread it out. And then pick up some of that brighter blue while it's just a little wet. And just run a quick heart pull. Now there's a bunch of design work in there, so we're gonna have to pull that out separately. Let's rinse it. Driving home, Reapray. Back to work already. Ugh. All right, let's take some of the bright blue. We're gonna raw dog it. High opacity, low moisture. We're gonna try to hit a tracer. Right here. Hold your breath, swing it from right to left. Want to hit that rail. This is tricky. And I don't know if there is a rail right here. There is, luckily. Invert, always be rotating. Same thing right here. Hold your breath. Lock the pinky in. Go. Let me get a little bit of the noosh engaged to slow the dry time down. A little bit more of that bright white blue color. We're disrespecting that dark position there with such a bright highlight. But when you're tracing like this, you can usually get away with a little disrespect. If you find that when you do it, the lines look a little thick, then just downgrade how bright you're going for the first line. Mix some of that wizard's bud in. Get a more respectful line going. That'll usually solve the problem. Now we got to do the hardest part, which I think this is where you you generally will see me reaching for the flow improver. Recoil, think I'm going to be a bit of a Friday kind of paint. There's lots of detail. Everything swirls and twirls and shit. Yeah. We got to get through the swords so we can get to that swirly bullshit as quick as possible. Got a little pile of flow improver right here. I kind of use this to kind of just like almost wash the brush. Now I'm going to pat dry it on my paper towel. Let's pick up some of the white blue. I'm going to dry my brush off even more. We want high opacity, low moisture. And we want to see. A lot of times GW swords you can do this on. We want to get that bevel with a tracer. And if you're really shallow, tricky. I messed it up in a couple spots, but that's better than having to heart pull this entire line. Rotate. Tricky, to say the least. You gotta be, I mean, I'm like straight parallel. Trying to get this to transfer on that line. Now where it starts to swirl is where it's gonna get kind of tricky. Okay, we got that. Now I'm gonna have to do a little bit of cleanup on it. It's not bad though. Let's grab a little white. I've got a little puddle of white way over here. That looks white, but that's actually just white blue. And I'm going to just kind of add a bit of a peak to some of this. Not necessarily repaint it all. Just pop it out. Just run it back this way. Arnold says, have to jump. We'll log back on. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Right there. Okay, now we got to clean it up a little bit. So let's grab a little bit of the white and a little bit of the white blue, low opacity. Clean up right there. Okay, let's rinse that. And now we need to take some of the black and wizard butt kind of combination right here. We need to carefully see if we can install some right there. And then we're going to put some of the highlight back in. But you see there's a shape to the blade there that I had kind of erased. Let me get some love and chat from my man Disco. Let's get our highlight back out. Disco. Run a tracer. And we want to see if we can just carve in a little bit of shape right here. Using the white, a little bit of noosh, and a heart pull. I want to soften that sudden stop to the highlight. So we're going to need to grab a little bit of the wizard's butt, mix it with the white, kind of get that minty green color. Take some of the moisture off. Semi-opaque, or just a little wet. Run that heart pull in there. And just kind of create that connection between those two zones. And so that the shape of that blade makes it tricky. Get some love and chat from my man Steven Musket. Throwing $50 at your boy. Appreciate you. Exclamation point fall gear. Check out the 6 new options. The only options. Everything else is off the list. So what we need to do, Steven Musket, is I need to start boxing the other side of this blade in. The tracer, I'm using the white blue, raw dogging it. Messed up a little bit right there. To be expected. Let's grab a little bit of moisture. Kind of just glaze it a little bit. We're going to take some of the wizard butt. Mix it with the white blue. Maybe it's actually, I think I got some black in there. Musket says, I need to schedule my glaze class. It's right. Okay, so we created that in between highlight to kind of soften that edge. Since that's so because he sits like this, like he's like so far down on his snake body. Got to make sure that this angle is clean. And I'm gonna just do like a bunch of cheater edge highlights on the underside of the sword. Running our tracer. And you see that unless you hold them this far upside down, like this extreme inversion, you actually can't even see that sword. So we did a base crossfade on it, but we're not going to clean it up to nearly the prestige that the top facing is. Let's get a little white. But we do need to get that bevel again. And I think I'm going to show it a little bit more respect modes magic than I did on the other side. I'm going to mix a little wizard's butt in with the white blue. We're going to see if we can catch that extreme chaser. It's wild. Let's get a little noosh. All right, now we got to clean that tip up again. Let's grab some black and wizard's butt. Right here. God damn. Let's get some of the highlight. Some of that white blue. Semi-opaque, a little wet. Same thing right there. Like I said, we're gonna do like a fifth as much work on the bottom side of the sword. That's enough. This is the side we cared about. All right, so I'm feeling that. Now we got to get onto the fiddly bits, as Recoil talked about earlier. Tones Slice over on YouTube. What's up, brother? He asked a very interesting question to my Twitchers. How do you combat chalkiness for Slapchat? Is this question? Chalkiness usually is when the paint's just like too thin and too watery, right? You've thinned it down a lot using moisture and then applied it pretty wet and then it dried poorly. So typically chalkiness will happen when it's too disrespectful. Like if that same mix of paint is being applied over something hella darker than it, right? And you did no like layering steps, is also when you'll see that. But a lot of times it's just the paint's going on too thin while too wet. So over on the Twitch side of things, War Pigment says respect colors, don't slap chop. And so I use that word already, respect, which is a part of my system. The slap chop system isn't really what I do here. The ideas of value painting I use all the time when we're painting here. But really, if you just buy an airbrush, get good with it, like that, the whole idea of slap chopping just kind of falls apart. Even though you'll use elements of it like value painting, pre-highlighting, and pre-shading. Like we did a big pre-highlight on this guy. All right. Got to figure out. Okay, so we've already kind of committed to this ultra yellow. I feel like we have to put it in a couple other parts. I kind of feel like I have to use some ultra yellow on some of the parts of his sword. It's a little upsetting. So let's grab some magenta. Most Magic, I just shipped you some stuff. I did a bunch of fall swag today, guys. Why is this palette so dry? I soaked it so good. Squirting some water under it. Okay, I got some magenta right here. As request said, the war pigment. Yeah, slap chop is fine as a art lesson, and that's kind of where it mostly it ends for me, because I think ultimately slap chop will hold you back as a miniature painter. And if you can airbrush dope, dry brush dope, wash dope, suddenly like slap chop doesn't mean anything now. Like Tone Slice again on YouTube, he says, I'm new, I have an airbrush, but it still intimidates me. I only paint like 2 minis so far. I've been leaning into speed paints with Zenithal priming. Yeah, that's how it all starts. Most people who exclusively paint slap chop, even when they have an airbrush, they're not good at the airbrush. All they can do with the airbrush is prime, base coat, Zenithal highlights. If you can airbrush like how I teach people to airbrush, then suddenly you're like, why am I painting this thing twice? Like I already painted it. Like if you can already do the sick highlights. So I'm just using this magenta. And I'm raw dogging it over this hilt. And this is a pre-highlight. I'm just using the small brush right now. Probably get away with a slightly bigger brush. Just being lazy. Always be rotating. We're painting Fulgrim's body first, because this is where all the technical stuff is going to be. But we're going to be using shitloads of airbrushing on the snake body. I'm going to try to get away with like good airbrushing and good dry brushing on the snake body. Okay, let that dry for a minute. Ugly Head over on Twitch. My problem with airbrushing is that I can't get more than one good use out of it before it's clogged. So it's a big part of the game, dog. Sign up for my classes, homie. My first lesson is airbrushing. The secret is your airbrush is always clogged. So you have to use, and also the answer to almost all of your questions is add more water. I teach that. That's pay for advice. Students pay for that. Stephen Musket says, that chat on YouTube, on Twitch. Get that chat on YouTube, on Twitch, and I'll donate one class at one to him. You heard that? Tone Slice. If you come over to Twitch, Stephen Musket will give you one of his class credits. Tone Slice says dry brushing has been my nemesis. It never looks good for me. There's a sweet science to dry brushing. And you also want the right tool for the job. All right. So we're going to do it on this sword too. So you see he's got this design. We're going to use the magenta to set it up and carve it out from the actual blade. We're using mostly high opacity, low moisture paint. I'm using just the tip of my brush right there. Carve it out. I'm Slice. Thanks for the follow. There's your boy right there, Stephen Musket. This part, okay, I'm looking at the box art. So I think according to the box art, this piece right here is part of the hilt. Okay, that makes more sense to me. That's right. That's the YouTube guy. So we need to get him over on Discord, and I need to give him a new role. Recoil, can you throw the Discord link up? That's tricky. Tone Slice. Yeah, we use Discord a lot. We'll be doing a whip session here soon. You know, I'm gonna give you a special role here in a minute. As soon as I get this nonsense blocked in. This wouldn't be so hard if I didn't have to hold it right under the camera. But because of the the way I have them mounted. Kind of tricky, but look. It actually looks really awesome in magenta. But we carved that out. Carved this out. We rinse it. Rinsing the big brush or the little brush off. Musket. Giving one of my classes. Yes, sir. You get a weird screen trying the Discord link. Is there a different one? It takes me to a browser to confirm the app when I click on it. I just pulled out the bigger brush so I can do a quick follow-up. Because the magenta is not very opaque over this dark base color. So I have to do a second pass. Okay. Got it, tone slice. Once you're in there, it'll show. Should show you as in the introduction category, so I should be able to find you in a second. Just trying to get this magenta base coat down. Everywhere I'm going to paint yellow, we're currently painting magenta. And this is kind of a slap chop technique. Slap chop is value painting. We use the grayscale. We're going to be doing kind of another step in that category of an art lesson where we're using color theory to do the same thing. Same thing right here. I'm going to do a second little pass to make this more opaque. And I'm also going to get the sword dick right here. I'm even going to do some dry brushing on this shit. Stay tuned. We're just raw dogging this magenta. All right. Got those little pieces down. Swords look good. Got our pre-highlight. Let's let that cure for a quick minute. And since we've got Tone Slice here, and also Francois mentioned he posted his Phantom Titan Melee on Christmas. Let's set up for a little whip session. Just rinsing my brushes real quick. This is my only whip today. Working on our Fulgrim piece. Using our Ultra Yellow formula. So everything that would be like that bronze gold on the box art, we're doing in this kind of like Wish.com metallic. As loud as possible of a color. And then on his serpent body, it'd be extremely purple. And then we've got the hair and head separate, because that's going to be some serious airbrushing. The wings separate, some serious airbrushing. Serpent body, so much airbrushing. So we did a lot of sub-assembly on this too. For Pigment, I feel very similar to the way Kenny does with Grim Dark. With the Grim Dark. I think too many people got lazy when they got into yes, the masturbation cocoon. Exactly. It's my whole Grim Dark diatribe, right? Like there's a couple people out there who made it famous. And what their work has in common is high effort. High effort. And they do use some tools, right? Like streaking, grinding, etc. and other things. But when a lot of other people try to onboard that technique, and by using those products, what they end up doing is just like, hoping that the gimmick of the product will create the result. And it doesn't. It looks like shit. But you already sunk so much time into it and so much energy into it, you have two options. You acknowledge that the thing you just put time into is garbage. Or you go find another group of people who had the same exact experience as you and are unwilling to admit their shit is garbage, and you can all kind of band together and be like, no, our shit's actually tight, everyone else's shit's garbage. Anyone who paints like, Kenny paints like garbage. That's just dumb. This is the real deal, right? That's the masturbation cocoon of the subreddit that is Grimdark. And the Death Guard are like that too. Slapchop has its own community as well. But if Slapchop was framed as an art lesson, which I've always said was always a swing and a miss by GW when they still had Duncan. When Duncan did his, contrast paint video, GW should have framed it as an art lesson and even taken it as an opportunity to launch a new set of spray paints that were Slapchop spray paints, semi-satin. And it would be a black, a neutral gray, and a white. And you use them together kind of like you were doing ghetto airbrushing, right? But since they're a little satin, they got better flow. Then a new set of GW dry brushes, big, soft, round makeup style brushes, right? And a brand new oil-based wash. If GW had done that, launched those new products, and Duncan's famous video was a value painting art lesson on how to do that with these new products, game changer. Rottweiler in the chat. My man Rotweezy. Happy New Year, brother. Let me pop over to Discord. Tone Slice, I'm adding you a role. You have the Wandering Black Belt role, which means you have access to a category you couldn't see before. Next level painting supporters, NLP supporters. Within that category, you will see a subcategory that says student docs. Within that category, you shall find access to some Google Docs. One of them is my 101 syllabus, and one of them is my sign-up sheet. Familiarize yourself with the syllabus. Sign up when you're ready. Your boy, Stephen Musket, gifted you that credit. That credit is valued at $100. Show your boy some love. Let me get in the server. Exclamation point whip, baby. So I just posted the promo here, much easier to see. You can see the new designs. This one is so sick. A lot of album cover theme, as you can see. Got the orc Skeletor. We've got the Bohemian Rhapsody Blood Angel. D is your favorite War Pigment. I think that's David's favorite too. It's like that classic Muppets artwork, parody of Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That's right. D's nuts. D is my favorite, War Pigment said. Yeah, that's a good D's nuts joke. And this is all my, like I said, we trained AI to copy my style and fed it my art. So like that's my Grey Knight. That's my orc. I'm wearing that fucking shirt right now. And that's my Night Lord. So we're plagiarizing me. This one though is David spent like all day on this one. Trained it to copy my style and then made this Nirvana album cover. Which I think is wild. Biting my own style. That's right, Dark Horse. Plagiarizing myself. Yeah, Skella Orc is sick. And then, of course, we kept in there for prosperity. Posterity. The classic Don't Get It Twisted 2025. So these are the 6 options for fall gear now. That's the 2026 New Year's collection. Whatever the prize meter fills, we give it away to the audience. Shout out to David for that sick collab. Shout out to Stephen Musket for the donation and for the donation. Let's see if I get back to Christmas. I don't see a Phantom Titan. Oh, did you post it on fucking Patreon? Francois? Ian. Oh, my battery's almost dead. That's right. Official bootlegs. That's my favorite thing. Official bootlegs. Yo, Ian, they slap, dude. It was like GW box art. I'm running over to Patreon real quick to check the whip on there.
And his name is John C.
Happy New Year.
Templar, my man. Dropping 69. 69, nice. Let me get some strong man love and chat from my boy, Templar. Templar and Rottweiler in the same place. The holidays bring you guys closer. Oh, you got your Heart and Steam back. Evolution, Grippa. Reapray, he says, you two made Coquito over the holidays, right? We made 12 bottles of Coquito, son. I get some love in chat right there from my boy Templar. Templar, how was your holiday season? How many Nintendo Switch 2s did you buy? You tore your MCL skiing? Bro, didn't you just have neck surgery? Why are you skiing, dog? That's the most cliche way to injure yourself. I'm like worried about you. Are you okay? But also low-key disappointed in you? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Fair. How bad did you tear your MCL? Like, can't walk bad, or like now your knee hurts bad? Tone Slice, you gotta get out of here. Much love, brother. We'll see you next time. Shout out to your boy Steven Musket. Phantom Leg is here. Did you post it in Discord? Oh, wait, or is it? Oh, it's on your YouTube channel. God, why do you make things like? Why are you like this, Francois? God. You're just hustling yourself. The way me and Francois communicate is through a cryptic series of YouTube videos we post. That's how we talk.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
Dead Hand Hobbies, my man. Milk. Yeah, traditionally a bad choice. Templar. So, like, are we talking like ice it, you'll be back on your feet in a few days, or are we talking surgery? And let's just take a moment to acknowledge how amazing and just like nostalgic these Ogren look. I mean, that is just such a good, like, it looks to me like a well-made large-scale figurine, like a toy. You know what I mean? Like looks like a Joy toy. Rhea, pray you made 3 for yourselves. You want my lady to share a recipe? Yeah, she'll share it with you. I'm sure she will.
Tonight, an unsettling tone lingers in the air.
I don't think like she has a secret recipe, but like after being involved in it like 2 times now, I realize it's really just Christmas seasoning to flavor. Oh, you probably need you know what you probably need, Herb? You probably need the ratio of the liquid part, not the spice part. Okay, yeah, I can see the problem. And did you pull out a blender? Blender's a big part of it. Yeah, I'll definitely get you that. Oh, let me give myself some tilt. Why does Discord want to spy on you and eavesdrop on you 24/7 on your mic? I mean, I'm not gonna say you're not right. I mean, like, yeah, I'm constantly being spied on. Easy peasy. All right, let me see if I can get over to Foxhole Games. Go to channel. Videos. It's from 4 months ago? Do you have a newer one than that? I thought you said you just posted a new one. Oh, the shorts. I see. You posted a short. Well, that's sick. Oh, the gems came out pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty on brand. Say the paint job's a little rough, but I think it rides at that scale. You know what I mean? Like at that scale, I think it looks like on brand. You know what I mean?
Red, white, and blue.
Yo, Rot Wheezy.
Happy wedding. Happy New Year. Happy White Castles. Some white castles on me and M.
That's right, baby. Let me get some love in chat. My man Rottweiler. We're gonna be giving away a couple of these shirts. $1 more, I think. 2 shirts. Rottweiler, thank you so much. How many Nintendo Switch 2s did you buy for Christmas? You never answered my question, Templar. Probably don't. You don't know. Probably not surgery. Templar, man, I'm sorry to hear that you busted your leg. Rhea Prey, it's your off-season eggnog. Yeah, I'll send her. It's funny because here, where we live, since it's like half Puerto Rican, when I go into the this marketplace, Walmart, and when you walk in this time of year, the opening end cap display is just literally coconut milk, cream coconut milk, condensed milk, like all the Spanish brands, and glass bottles with tops, like, and seasonings and stuff. It's all right there.
Did we make it?
We made it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let me get some love in chat. That's my dude right there. I'm gonna open up a giveaway here in a second. Let me get some love. Foxhole, yeah, it's sick, dude. Yeah, you're a more of a grimdark worn paint job guy, which I think it really looks good at that scale. Because at that scale, you could appreciate paint actually chipping and textures. Easy peasy. I fulfilled one of your designs today. You had like a large, don't get it twisted, I think. Rawweiler, you didn't buy any Switch 2s? Templar, you didn't buy any Switch 2s? Everyone I know bought a couple of Switch 2s. Waldos, 87 months. 87 gosh dang subs in a row. Woo! That's my dude. Yeah, your lighting was a little warm. Usually what I do in that situation, Foxhole, is just like keep the lighting warm, just also bring in a cold light to also hit it too. Kind of like work them both. That's what I use up here, a combination of warm and white. Warm and cool. Rottweiler, one of the most interesting gifts was Bruno asked for a massage gun. He said his muscles hurt after football. Good. Now I know what you're thinking, but that's not the intent of the massage gun. The intent of the massage gun was so he can be the undisputed champion in his video game that he plays, where you can click faster. And I caught him using the thing on his keyboard to be king. Oh my god. So he was just using it on the keyboard. What a savage. Bro, respect. Is this one of your pieces? Is this where they're going? I love this armor. Good job, War Pigment. Nordog, have you tried Once Human yet? Once Human? Sunk 60 hours into the last 2 weeks. I've not even heard of it. Oh, you got the new Oculus, Browweiler? And some Warhammer stuff. Templar says the Masson gun was to tenderize your well-done meat. Foxhole says, that torn transfer on the knee. Paint a scratch through it. Oh, paint a scratch through it, 100%. 100%. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's the tints color scheme, War Pigment. This came out good. Nordog, it's kind of like Arc Raiders, but they're strictly a PvE server. So it's an FPS loot shooter with what do they call that? Extraction. So is it an extraction loot shooting game with loot? Being nice to Templar, the resolution is over. Yeah, right. Well, see, I was being nice. Ask your mom about my meat. I like it when they have third person mode. Bam. You know what? Actually, guys, give me a second. I gotta pee so bad. I drank this tall boy of Miller Lite. Now I have to fucking go to the bathroom super bad. No extraction? That sounds interesting. Give me a second. BRB. And we're back. Sorry, I got detoured. Remember when I told you guys I haven't drank water in 2 weeks because all I've been drinking is Miller Lights? Still refuse to drink water. Miller Lite is water. But I'm going to drink this Gatorade. Which, if people say that this counts as water, then scientifically this is also water. Science. Also, Eileen's sick again. Just checking on her. Turns out working with 3-year-olds. Also, it was a little chilly. It was like 50 degrees the other day. And she didn't blow dry her hair. And according to Hispanic Brujeria, that is a 100% chance that you will get the flu. I'm setting up a keyword raffle. Keyword, exclamation point, fall swag. And we'll give away, I think, 2 shirts now because easy peasy. This rotisserie chicken still not done? Are you rotisserieing your own chicken? Tablar, what do you think about that? War Pigman, I'm folding the big hydration. You're right. You're right. All I needed. You're right. I don't need that shit. I am basically a doctor. Steve Muskie needs some high quality H2O, like glacier water. Bro, I love that movie. It was 50 today where you live, War Pigment. It felt like a heat wave. Jameson, yeah, she's got coughs and cooties for sure. Working with 3-year-olds. The Huff said 3-year-olds, petri dishes with legs. Eating a rampage says children are just virus factories. Hope she feels better soon. She's been sick like pretty consistently this entire school year, guys. Because they changed in our county, they changed a bunch about the ESC stuff, and they like moved them around and did a bunch of like blended units and changed some age brackets. So normally she has like a range of kids in different ages. This is the first time in 17 years she's had exclusively 3-year-olds that she's doing early childhood intervention for. And it is 100%. Every single day, one of them's not there because they're sick, but 3 of them are there even though they're sick, you know? Every day. Repray, that's so good. Oh, you gotta hear this. Repray said, Kenny, water, legit water. Drought training is for my girlfriend's plants and her. Like, yeah, truer words were never spoken. He said, Kenny, drought training. You know, like a drought is when there's no water. He said, drought training is for my girlfriend's plants and her. Like, yeah. Your plants are constantly going through a drought. And you also don't drink water.
It's more than you. drink 2 40-ounce Stanleys today.
She drinks water at work. She brings this huge container of water. And she does. She drinks it every day. But when she's at home, she likes pop.
I like sweet treats.
She likes Crystal Light and Diet Pepsi. And then on a weekend, she will go the whole weekend forgetting to drink water.
Yeah, I won't drink water on the weekend.
I feel like there was like a week on your vacation, you realized you hadn't drank water for like a week.
Yeah, I was thirsty.
And she's like, I'm fine. She finally got thirsty.
Then I drank Diet Pepsi.
And then she drank a Diet Pepsi. Yeah, water. Like the stuff in your toilet? Ugh. That's right. Francois. Go Boy says the wet hair thing is an Italian belief too.
Oh, it's true. You saw it with your own eyes.
I did.
Spoke you too.
That's the curse of your people.
And then I was like, oh, whatever. And you made me believe it wasn't true. And look at me now.
It's because when it's 50 outside, you're literally dying from fucking hypothermia. And I'm just standing there in a t-shirt. So I can see where, like, if your hair got a little wet and it was a little chilly,
Even though I'm dying.
yep, it's my fault. That's right. Jack Close Penny says, beer is water. Babe Ruth never drank water. He was cool. That's right. He's famous for not drinking water. But he also is dead. I hope he didn't die of dehydration. Raw Wireless says, I drink coffee and Dr. Pepper. Never drink water. Yep. Perfect health. All right, guys, we'll come back to this giveaway. Stephen Musket, what I have built and what's in queue. Still cleaning the 3D prints and Tyfish should be delivered tomorrow. So there's some real Death Shrouds right there. Man, I love Death Shrouds. I wish I had plastic ones. The ones I got were resin cast. They were good, but man, they were hard to assemble. Is that real? Foxhole Gaming? See, I know aspartame isn't good for you. Like, I typically don't mess with aspartame. First off, how does crude oil feed? Wait, E. coli was fed crude oil. Wait, what? Is it like kind of a yeast style byproduct? Like alcohol? We're all about to AI that shit. Is aspartame made from E. coli and crude oil? Common internet myth that stems from a misunderstanding of how modern biotechnology works. I don't like that start. I don't see if they had just see. I haven't gotten it even far, but I like if you don't have to qualify internet myth by saying a misunderstanding of biotechnology and chemistry, because that sounds a lot like you're about to say in the next paragraph the thing what I don't want to hear. E. coli is involved in some production methods. The next sentence. Combining two amino acids The bacteria's role is to produce these amino acids. It's not poop. Obviously, a Kool-Aid isn't poop. It's a virus. Or it's a bacteria. It says it doesn't poop the ingredients. Instead, it excretes them. Oh my God. And then it says the crude oil rumor, another misconception. Methanol and benzene. Like, okay, close enough. So in a laboratory. So AI is not smart enough to realize that we were just saying everything it said in just less words. So you take a bacteria, coli, feed it chemicals, which are components of crude oil. Not crude oil itself, but like extracted from crude oil. You know, science and shit. You know what I mean? They didn't just dump some E. coli in a barrel of oil and then scrape the top off. I get that. They did it in a lab. But yeah. Bro. That's wild. Stephen Musket, bro. AI just pretty much said exactly what Foxhole Games said. Just with science words. I've read for years that aspartame isn't good for you. I just didn't know why. Oh boy, you produce methane every time you fart. Not necessarily from crude oil. Exactly. That's right. 3 things you shouldn't put in your mouth. Got the. Is this a Christmas present from you to you? Steve Musket? Nice. So when I drink a beer, I'm only drinking one of the 3 things I'm not supposed to put in my mouth, right? Or 2 of the things. Because it's yeast poop. Alcohol, which is kind of like similar component. Damn, I gotta quit drinking stuff? Tam Wolf, what's up, brother? Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to Stephen Musket with his Death Guard project. Rottweiler Ultramarines. Some more Ultramarines. Oh, that's nice. So beer gives you superpowers, actually. Foxhole Games. Stephen Musk says, just do what I do. 8 cups of coffee, 3 monsters, 6 Bud Ice, every day with no water. Clean bill of health, not including the cigarettes. You gave up Monster for Ghost Reapray. Rawr said it used to be similar, but now just coffee. I only drink 1 coffee a day now. But it is the kind of coffee that when you typically buy it somewhere, it's served in a tiny shot glass. I drink a cup of that. Eileen pulls out the cafetera in the morning and makes me Cuban coffee, Cafe Bustelo. And it's like, even when you order the large, it's like a little shot, a little tiny cup. I have a full mug of that shit every day. Yeah, espresso. I guess that's what it is. So I drink straight espresso, yeah, a glass. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Yeah, easy peasy. A traditional Cuban coffee is just espresso with sugar. You would brew the little cafetera and you pour it out for everyone. I just love that shit. You know, she does too for me. Rhea Prey is she uses the. Oh, you need to give Rhea Prey your coquito recipe. She uses sometimes sweet condensed milk and whips it in there like a cafe con leche with the whole cafetera's worth of espresso. That's just good. Foxhole Gaming, the ancient Egypt says the god Osiris taught humans the technique of brewing beer and fermenting wine. Literally nectar of the gods. Yeah, go boy. Just buy one of those little cafeterias online. Buy some Cafe Bustelo online. Probably buy all that shit on Amazon, dog. Crank that shit. There's apparently a special technique though to whipping the sugar into it so it has that frothy top. Might have to watch a YouTube video. And it tastes better, she says. This is Emily's first night. She's painting this with you, Rottweiler? Using the airbrush and stuff? That's great. Rhea Prey. I have an Italian grocery within walking distance. We got a legit cafe there. You ordered macchiato. They asked if I knew what it was. Because people get them from Starbucks. And it's like a big coffee. So I said yes. I did not know what it was. What is it? You were like, the end of the story is, I did not know what it was. It's one of those small, lots of espresso in it, small cups. Ah, so you wanted this big cup to walk around in. You got those joints. Dora Dog says, my coffee is 2 espressos plus milk, a large cup. Yeah, it's a cafe con leche. It's an incredibly common drink down here. She just does it with the sweet condensed milk. She does like a dollop of that shit, whips it in there for me. It's probably like 6 espressos. A spoonful of that shit. Emily and I are doing a class after Adepticon, you said? Rottweiler? Wait, who did these? Dark Angel 25 years later reboot. And, oh, your rotisserie chicken? You cooking this thing on your grill? Russia's never gonna cook. Tamwolf says, pretty much all the Mediterranean countries drink coffee like espresso. And Cuba was settled by Spain. Oh yeah, Spain brought the coffee. For sure. You have a Weber with a rotisserie rack, it spins? Bro, your grill game is on point. Templar, let's take a look at these Necrons. Templar, you love your Necron project. This looks so good. You paint this over the break? That's a sweet piece, dude. Oh, what a great shot. So, yeah, the color scheme's on point. You're no metal Necrons. That's what I trained 1+ Saves to do for his Necrons through my classes. He did like a jade magenta. I like that. I like the way you did the armor on them, like the actual exoskeleton part. Because at a glance, it totally looks like silver. Foxhole, aka Francois, says he likes the pink contrast with the green. As you guys know, I'm forever a fan of pink and green. Killer work, Templar. Grippa broke away from doing Warhammer and other miniature game stuff. Pulled out my bust from Daybreak Minis. Tried hard to push NMM a bit. That's pretty awesome. I like the. This is an awesome bust. Dan Wolf says, "You mean pink base, then green over it?" Kind of like you do the yellow? No. No, like I just like the way pink and green look together. Like pinks, greens, purples, greens, that spectrum. Love that shit. I did a whole like series of armies in those color schemes a long time ago that put me on the map. Got a lot of criticism for them. Did Chaos like that. I did Tau like that. I did an Eldar like that. I did a Space Marine army like that. I did an Necron army like that. Francois asks, is that linen textured like that or is it painted that way? I'm pretty sure it's textured that way. These busts are like that. Artistic as fuck. This bust doesn't even have arms. Beautiful. Also painted this Hobbit from Reaper as a palette cleanser. My niece, she's 3, wanted to pick the color. Oh, more green and pink. See? Look how good it looks. Bet she was happy with that. Easy peasy coming along. Still got a lot of work to be done. The Zangar enlightened. Bro, look how many of them are back there. Your 3-year-old niece really likes pink a lot. Agrippa. She knows what's up. Bro, this like mouth, butthole, skin disc this guy's floating on is terrifying. Minding my hobbies. Catching that raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Happy New Year. Minding my hobbies crew. Hope you guys had a good New Year's, good holiday season. Ellie Fire, Spray, and chat. Minding my hobbies says, what's up, Big Daddy? Just chilling. Captain Antoine, thanks for the follow. Chaotic, thank you for the resub. How was weather down in Arizona? You guys get chilly? Chaotic. Just chilling, brother. Parker weather. Like 65 degrees. That's right, Monument. We got down to like 50. We got a frost advisory one day. I brought my jacket with me when we went down to Miami because I said it would be cold. Like, I put it on, I was like, yeah, this would be great. And then like 20 minutes later, I was like, man, I'm just forcing this. Left it in the car. I haven't gotten to wear a jacket legitimately once yet. Yeah, people can't live in those temperatures. Caddock says 65 is shorts and t-shirt. So we're over on Discord right now, wrapping up a few whips. So if you guys just tuning in, you have something you did over the holidays, feel free to post it now. The Huff says, need a new pot of Monument Blue. Apparently Kenny has never sent me any. Wait, is this like the one color I never mailed you? This apothecary is looking great. Moses says, my new TV has a Twitch app, and now I use Twitch. Is it nice watching on your TV? Do you like texting on your phone? How you typing? Yeah, people are crazy, bro. I ain't trying to be cold. Go boy, we had massive swings, 0 to 50 in a week. Oh, I see. So you're just like you're just in chat on your iPad. That's tight. The Huff says not convinced that it was the correct choice for the pad trim, but I'm otherwise pretty happy with it. I mean, it's a little Christmas tree with the greens and the reds. But sometimes that's how Warhammer be. You ready for a bourbon and bolters, Huff? I was just thinking of you because Tiger Strike painting Matt is coming down. He said he's like, I'm a psychopath. I'm driving 10 hours. Fuck it, bring it all my shit. And I was just like thinking how sick it's gonna be to sit in hobby for like a week. And so we did have. I mean, I don't know if we've officially made the announcement. I'll probably make it tomorrow on the first podcast of the year. But Brad Chester had medical issues and he had to back out of Bourbon and Bolters. So we have Jack Harper from Art of War taking his place. We pray. Who is asking you to send them a specific color? The Huff. Tell them to ask me how that goes. What did I do to you? I know I did you dirty once. Dead Hand Hobbies. Let's take a look. Here we go. Man, that's my future commission painter student right there. Beautiful. That's right. All transparent browns. I forgot about that. I mean, Templar knew. Templar remembered that shit. That's right, Stephen Musket. Your Black Templar spiritual guru is going to be there. Yeah. I just sent him a 6-pack of transparent brown. The most underutilized, like, least used color in the whole line. God, I'm fucking hilarious sometimes. But to be fair, I also mailed you Trader Joe's pumpkin spice, like, to Canada. Probably broke some kind of international law. Dad at Hobbies is killing it, bro. He's killing it. Good job, man. Crazy. The ones in the bottom tray edge highlighted are not based. Full 2,000 points that I'm okay with presenting on the table. Let's see. That's right. You said you were going to get this done. Oh, yeah, dude. It's looking good, brother. You're doing it. Bro, I'm proud of you, man. I'm an international spice dealer. Most people don't get that title until they've been to Arrakis. Literally went to Trader Joe's, bought pumpkin spice, put it in a black poly mailer, and mailed that shit to you. Chappie says tower is scary for me to even think about painting clean. They're actually really easy, bro. I mean, you got to go through my course. You got to understand the brush control strategies. But when you go through like my way of thinking in my school, these are like one of the easiest palettes to flex your abilities on. Like it's a cheater army. Because Crazy said he's gonna paint this whole ass army. He picked the right army. It's all big blocks with sharp edges, all airbrushable as fuck. He's letting his airbrush do 90% of the work, and he's using mostly tracer pulls to do the edge highlights. And it's a very low color count color scheme, but he lets the contrast and the airbrushing do all the work. Crazy, this looks good. Literally all tracers. Yep. Even these lines in the hammerhead are tracers. Like, secretly easy. Good job. Chappie, batch painting 10 poxwalkers. Trying to find the balance between making them look good and having to paint 30. Missing mostly the eyes. Looking great, Chappie. And Chappie's come a long way. Chappie's all self-learning though. He learns through the stream. These are beautiful. Yeah, these are good just like this. Unless... Yeah, were you thinking of going further? You don't have to do anything. Like, you can leave this. You can leave all the fabrics alone. All you gotta do is paint the weapons like you did. The skin, and put all the love into the skin like you did. You don't have to really touch. You're just doing let washing guide your hand on all the fabrics. Like this is more than... It's like 99th percentile poxwalkers right there. Like straight up. Chappie says, we'll do that. Be on it. But honestly, Boxwalkers is so much fun to throw watery paints on. Yep. Still organics. Organics are fun like that. Moonlighter TV on YouTube. Just getting back into painting and building my Death Guard, and you're the first guy I started looking for my old saved YouTube videos. You heard? Moonlight over on YouTube. The action's on Twitch. So, for a lot of you old heads, it seems like I left the market, but I've been on Twitch for 9 years. That's where the action is. So you're in a ghost town chat over on YouTube, where there's a thick chat right now simultaneously on Twitch. I strongly recommend and encourage you to migrate to Twitch to be a part of the community. Got lots of Death Guard people in chat right now. I'm happy to hear it, homie. The Huff is typing. Let me see if there's one more whip. We're about to pull our exclamation point fall swag. I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock. We're going to pull 2 winners. And these are the fall swag designs. Exclamation point fall swag. These are our new suite of 6 designs. And the only way you can get these is to win them. These are your 6 options. It's in Discord right now, or just type exclamation point fall swag. Check it out in Imager. Minute 30 seconds. Exclamation point fall swag. Chappie. Oh, this is the Huff saying to Chappie, nothing to fear. The canvas lends itself to the clean technique. But Chappie, he's kind of new, even though he looks really advanced at painting. But he's so far he's lived in the organic area, Death Guard and Poxwalkers. So he says that well, as soon as he gets his hand on something like this, he'll adapt. I know he will. Beautiful work, Huff. 42 seconds left. Exclamation point fall swag. That's right. Recoil, you like how I put A, B, C, D, E, F? After I went through the Sacred Scroll and I had to pull things out and make a new side spreadsheet and clean it up, I was like, I should standardize this. 15 seconds. Exclamation point fall swag. Dole, thanks for the follow. All right. I'll pull 2 names. As Recoil's instructed you guys. I should have thought of this. I should have thought about that shit. Recoil. I was like, yo, I know there's something I could do to, maybe I'll just put, I was like, I'll put the names on them. I was like, wait, what am I doing? A, B, C, D, E. So you got to tell Recoil your size and the letter, corresponding letter in the image or graphic. 2 winners. Rottweiler. Moonlighter TV. Oh shit. He just made the migration over from YouTube. He says, I missed it. I missed him coming over and following. I guess when I was talking. He's the one who said, just getting back into painting and building my death guard. You're the first guy I started looking for my old saved YouTube videos. Then he's like, heck yeah, I stream on Twitch, not painting. I'll follow and watch over there. As soon as he got over here, he entered the giveaway and he wins. Let me get some love right there. Now, I want you guys to thank Rottweiler, Templar, Stephen Musket, and Deadhead Hobbies for sponsoring this giveaway. Legendary supporters. Of course, I'll have some t-shirt giveaways for the Opti Grand Prix later this month. And I'll be giving more of these shirts out as we go through the month. So if you just want a shirt, Moonlight, you need to tell Recoil which one you want. By going over to, there's a graphic on the fall gear, corresponding letters. Same thing, Rottweiler, and size. And he's going to transcribe it. Then you'll have to whisper me your shipping information or Discord me. Not a rush. There's stuff in queue first, so you can get me your shipping information anytime, but try to get that selection to Recoil so he can transcribe it. Chappie, good night. Stephen Musket. He says, I go to sleep now. Good night. So we still have 23 minutes left. This is our first show of the year. It's great catching up with you guys, seeing what you guys are working on. Glad to hear everyone's doing well post holidays. Shout out to our supporters and our winners, and of course, Mod Coil Daddy. So this is what we're working on right now, this fulcrum. We just painted the hilts of the swords magenta. Oh. Hanging a gas heater in your garage right now, go boy. Give me a whip of that. Waldo's, you out of here? Everyone going to bed early. You guys didn't get used to going to bed super late like I did during the holidays? Okay, so we're taking white plus magenta. A little moisture as well. And what we're going to do now is we're going to start highlighting this hilt. And so I'm just going to kind of block it. right here as well. There's a gem setting right there in the middle. So I'm kind of doing a rough tri-blend, but bright, dark, bright, dark. Might switch brush size.
Bedtime donation for Recoil and his mom. Never forget Recoil's mom.
That's right. Cool Moms Club Unite. Stephen Musket. Thank you, brother. So what we're doing is we're just blocking highlights in because we're pre-highlighting this. Hill right here. We're going to eventually turn it yellow. But I want to get at least a basic kind of NMM kind of procedure laid out first. And you remember, when I'm doing this, the whiter it is, the yellower it is. So I'm going to grab more white. Less pink. A little bit of noosh. Just block that in. Got a little out of bounds on that side. That's okay. Waldo's, you thought I was shutting it down. Close. And good night, Stephen Musket. Thank you for your support. So now what we're gonna do is kind of create more of a mid-tone, but also wet the paint up a little bit. Just doing little heart pulls right there. Some stipples right here. Kind of just blurring that together. A little bit more white. We might get a little bit whiter still. Moonlight TV says, I think my Death Guard, I want to do pretty standard studio scheme, but I want to do the shadows in like a deep purple to add some drama. Like a dark purple turning into green. That works. That 100% that works. Pretty sure I've done that here before. A little bit more white. Low opacity. I'm just using the tip of my brush. I'm doing a bit of a edge highlight right here now. I'm boxing that triangle out. Right there. I'm going to kind of just feel out this edge right here with a tracer. More white here. I'm gonna invert. Let's see if we can catch this rim right here. With a tracer. Caddick, you gotta bounce. Much love, brother. I hope you're doing okay. A little more white right here. Okay, that's a good pre-highlight. That should work for our needs. I'll make sure to put some yellow on it before we're done for the night. Are we playing the drinking game for when I say tracer? Tam Wolf.
To myself when there's no one else around. I said it's not my fault. I said it's not my fault.
Boxing that triangle out.
I'm lost in my mind, stuck in this coffin of mine. I gotta try to get out. You gotta help me get out. You gotta help me get out.
Just kind of smooth this out. So you guys know how, like, if you're new here, you know, this might be confusing. But you know how, like, painting yellow sometimes is an absolute bitch? God, I understood, man. This is a way to paint yellow, and it's not a bitch, because painting magenta and white's easy. And Moonlighter, like, I'm pretty sure that I did an orc bust purple to green. Oh, it's on my Patreon page. I think I've done it multiple times. But one of my favorite ways to paint yellow. And so this is going to look a little different than his armor, which I'm okay with. I don't necessarily want the hilt to be identical. Because on the armor, I also used transparent red, which really upped it. But so here's some transparent yellow right here. And we were talking about slab chop earlier. This is similar art theory. This is a pre-highlight. So now we're just going to paint the yellow right over the magenta white mix. Then we'll highlight that a little bit further. But that's definitely, in my opinion, one of the lowest stress ways to paint a yellow. Especially when you want something popping. Now, I told you, the whiter it is, the more yellow it is. So when I was highlighting the magenta with white, I made it extremely white to be extremely yellow. But if you don't, if you only let it be a little white, it's going to be more orange. And that's what his armor is. The video's on Patreon right now. I just published it today. And I edited it into one big video. So the way we airbrushed, dry brushed, very slap choppy, the magentas. Then we went and pin washed in a little bit of transparent red. Then we sprayed the yellow over the armor. And then I came in and did some extracurricular edge highlights. So that's ultra yellow. You don't get more yellow than that. Ellie Fire Spray says that's sick. It's a very fun way to do yellow. So now that I have the transparent yellow out, take some bold titanium white, mix them together. And I'll use that to kind of reinforce. Like some of my bigger highlights. Right there. File needs, got here late. Yeah, you did, brother. Happy New Year, homie. Mazda says that sword looks real. It's a standard NMM effect, which I teach in my 201 curriculum. Once you understand technique, effects are easy. But I appreciate the kind words. I'm going to take some pure white. Well, we still have a little bit of time left. And you see this little gem? Set right there. A bit more white right here. Perfect. Moonlight says, I've seen yellow over magenta trick plenty, but I think the pin wash you did really sets it apart. Yeah, here on the armor, so there's like two versions. You can just take, like if you're going to do Imperial Fists, bottle of magenta, bottle of white ink. Spray everything magenta, then just start highlighting everything white ink. Then hit it with the yellow. Beautiful. But you got to go a step further on something like this. And so we did all that magenta workup, and then we went in, and it's in my video, and we made sure to go even further. So the redder you go and the more saturated you go into that spectrum, the more insane the yellow is. And it really will give you better separation as well, as you can see. Like it's got this look, right? This ultra yellow look. So that's my secret trick, right? That I've completely put on videos, and it's not a secret at all. But like, that's what I've brought to that market. The more saturation, the better. Oh, take a drink. I said saturation. About 3 minutes left, guys. I'm pulling out Bright Jade. Take a little white. Just give it a quick little highlight on the gem. Tamwell says, what part of the brush are you using there? Just the tip? So all this project is in one big video edited on Patreon right now, guys. If you want to get caught up on this project, all the techniques, we are putting a lot of style points into this Fulgrim paint job. But still, we've only actually put 3 or 4 painting sessions into this. It's not as much involved as you think it is. And moving, as soon as we get off this torso, it's going to be airbrush cheating all day. So if you're new here, exclamation point Patreon, exclamation point access, exclamation point class. I teach 5 days a week. That's the big part of my business model. We have 3 different curriculums, starting with the 101. 101 teaches you airbrushing, washing, and edge highlighting as a foundation. And the 201, we cover effects, like a lot of what you just saw here. Shout out to all our supporters tonight. Shout out to my man Coil Daddy. Hope everyone had a great holiday. Happy New Year. Shout out to some of our new viewers we snagged up tonight. Moonlighter, congrats on the big win. Make sure you communicate to Recoil. We're about out of time. Skid Job just gifted 5 subs to the chat. If you just got gifted a sub, show your boy Skid Job some love.
It's time to get swifty. Uh-oh. We gotta get swifty. Oh, yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
Get some love right there in chat. Thank you guys for the support. Skin Job, thank you, brother. Got the freshest emotes on Twitch. Oh, that's playing out. Where's the raid going tonight, Recoil? The scroll is full and up to date, Recoil. Thank you. Impending Duff, is that where we're going, Recoil? Oh, Rot's on. Yeah, Rottweiler's on. Okay. We kind of split it up between the two, Tam Wolf. Since they both stream at the same time now that Duff is back. I think last time we did Duff. It says Rob. Oh, Rob's on, yeah. I mean, Rob 26228, like Diablo 4. I'll be back on Diablo in 6 days. That's right. Diablo's dead until next week. The raid is ticking down, guys. Bring the length, the girth, and the positivity of it over to our boy Rottweiler. Shout out to everyone in chat. Welcome to this community if you're new here. Thank you for your support. To everyone else. As always, until we meet again, play on, players.
Yo, dog, it's the beat slap, pain on the brain. Flow the heat, but my chaos won't wane. Trace the lines fine and brushing my hand. Not a scientist, but I got the plan. Wash it down like a hobo's dream. Heart pull heavy, but the colors gleam. Twitch stream live, we chasing the thrill. Kenny Boo, share vibes, spending time to my will. Next level painting, yeah, we breaking the frame. Literal best of all days, no two are the same. Brush, spray, chaos, we redefine art. Live in the beats lab, tearing worlds apart.